Where are you? Yeah. Okay.
No, don't come, stay there. You can stay there.
No, no.
Okay. Let's begin. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So I think we'll have an exam, right? Monday, about conjunctions and prepositions. So I thought we could review some, especially some most important ones. Okay? So and, but, or, so, and because, I think you're very used to them. So just because you have to remember that because introduces a clause, right? And because of introduces another noun, right? So I'll skip the first one, okay? Let's go to the second. So here we have however. Okay, remember how to make however? Prepare, you can send me some sentences. English class. However. Okay, however is important one, very common. Remember how to use however? However, you have to remember that you use it like this, you see, after a semicolon, or beginning a sentence, you see? Okay? Remember this, punctuation of however. All right? Although it's a little bit different, you see. Although introduces subject verb, so introduces a clause, you see. And it can be in the beginning of the sentence. Be careful, I still see many of you saying, for example, although they played well, but they lost. Don't say but. Although already shows the contrast. Right? Remember, although and however show a contrast. Two kind of different things, right? So they are a bit different, although and however. Can you choose one of them and make a sentence? Or even if you can do one with each? These are very important. Because and because of as well. So as well. These are very important ones. For example, I'll make a sentence with although, no? For example, although Okay, I made one sentence. Now with however. Although I'm lazy, I still come to class. Yeah.
Although I'm lazy.
Although I'm lazy, I still come to class. Correct, you see? With a comma, you see, you have to put this comma if although is in the first. No? If it's on the second clause, you also put a comma, you see? Although. Okay, quickly, go. I don't see your sentences. Where are your sentences, Sankita? Huh? Yeah, you have to think fast. Although I have money, I never buy a pencil. Although I have money, I never buy a pencil. Okay. Just the verb, the tense is a little... I never buy in the present. If you never buy pencil, then you would say pencils. Yeah. I never buy pencils. Okay? It's not about one pencil. It's pencils in general. Okay? Pencils in general. Rakitasila? Any sentence? Quickly, quickly. Okay, I'll continue. Because and because of. Shows the reason, no? Because shows the reason. But you have to be careful. Because and because of introduce different things. You see, because introduces a whole clause. Because of introduces a noun. Okay? I still see this mistake. Parisudo, for example, you make this mistake. Because and because of.
Yes.
Okay? So take a look. Try to make a sentence and send it to me on WhatsApp.
But
You have WhatsApp?
no.
Okay, so then you can write on your book. Because and because of, you see, because of is just a noun. For example, they had to close because of the crisis. And because, without of,
Cause what?
then you need a whole clause, you see. They canceled the concert because it was raining.
Cause what?
Hmm?
Close what? They have to close. It's cause what?
They had to close. What do you mean? Because of?
Yeah, the crisis.
Because of the crisis. Economic crisis, you know? For example, crisis. Crisis is a very difficult situation in general. Could be, for example, economical crisis, health crisis.
Yeah.
For example, COVID-19 was a huge crisis.
Then they had to close their country or.
Yeah. Okay, because and because of. Try to make a sentence with at least one of these. This is very important, okay? And so you see, it's usually like this. For example, it was very late. You introduce something. And then, so shows the result. What is the result of that? We took a taxi home. You see? It was very late, so we took a taxi home. It's like the conclusion.
We took a taxi home because it's very late.
Because it was late, yes. It's the opposite of because, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can also begin a sentence like this. She doesn't want to do it, so do it yourself, for example. Yeah, you could start it like this, for example. Okay? But technically it cannot be by itself, right? It depends on another main clause, yes. Okay, so in conversation we do it like this, so it connects to the previous thing, right? Let's see, any examples? Although I have an umbrella, I still get wet. Yes, correct. You see? You don't put but over here. Oh, sorry. Although I have an umbrella, I still get wet. Yes. It's okay. But probably you would say I'm still getting wet right now, or I still got wet in the past. Although I have an umbrella, I still got wet just now, for example. Okay, probably, but it's correct. Although I'm tired, although I'm tired, I will do it. Yes, although I'm tired, I will do it. Correct. Although it was an old computer, it still good. You need a verb over here for this one.
It is still good.
Although it was, and then you need an article. An old computer. It was still good. Yeah. Don't forget the verb over here, okay? Okay, keep sending your sentences. I'll continue. So, try some with because, for example, and so. This is important. Let's see the next lesson. Clauses of contrast, more contrast. Okay, although or even though, remember? Even though can be used a bit like although, you see? However, we have just discussed. Try one sentence with, for example, because or because of. No, Samkicha, please. I'm gonna cry. I am was. What is this, Sankicha? Two verbs? Huh? I am is already one verb, and then I was is the same verb but in the past. Okay, edit your question. I was hungry. However, I didn't eat yet. If you use yet, then it's I haven't eaten yet. Okay? At least that's at least the standard, you know. I think I didn't eat yet. Yeah, you may say this, but I think it's a bit less grammatical. Normally yet is with the present perfect, okay? Or perfect in general. I am hungry. I am hungry. I haven't eaten yet. But it doesn't show any contrast. Being hungry and not eating. I haven't eaten yet. I haven't eaten yet. Normally yet is not with the past. Past simple. Yeah, it's a bit broken grammar, I think. I think in America they may say this, but normally yet is with the perfect, okay? I not come. Whoa. Basic. Rakita Sila. I not come. I didn't come. Huh? How to make the negative? You have to use do or did, no? do in the present,
But that's
did in the past simple.
But the last, I woke up. So
Yeah, I woke up. I woke up. Everything here should be in the past. Okay, do or did? Huh? Because is okay, yes. Because is okay. This, however, of Sankhya, I feel is not correct, okay? It's not really a contrast. So, although we've seen already, however, in spite of, okay, let's see this one. In spite of or despite. This one I want you to make a sentence with. In spite of or despite. You have two options, look. We went out in spite of the rain. You see, it introduces the noun or introduces a verb with the ing if it's an action, okay? In spite of the rain. Here it's a noun, you see? Not in spite of the raining. In spite of the rain. Okay? So you can use it in this way, introducing a noun or an ing. Actually, this ing is like the in spite of, for example, yeah, this will be maybe a little out of the topic, for example. The monks kept on meditating in spite of the bad weather. Okay? For example, in spite of the bad weather. And you can add an adjective to this noun, you see, no problem. Okay, it introduces a noun, but think of it as a noun, could be a noun phrase, multiple words, but it's a noun. Okay, so an adjective there is also okay. Try to make a sentence with in spite of, despite. Send it to me. Then the other option for this same expression is the fact that. So if you want to say in spite of or despite, and then you want to put a subject afterwards, you need to put the fact that. For example, let's say you want to say, for example, I could find my keys despite it. So despite the fact that it was dark. I could find my keys, you see? I could find my keys. Now, despite shows a contrast, you see? Some contrast. There must be some contrast, otherwise it's not correct. Despite, and then I want to say it was dark, you see? It was dark. So this is a subject. It's a whole clause. So I must put the fact that. Okay? You cannot say despite it was dark. Sankicho, let's see. The defilements arise, okay, to the beings, okay, because they didn't attain the enlightenment. Yes, with because. This is quite okay. Quite okay. The defilements arise to the beings. Normally you would say beings in general. So you would say to beings because they didn't attain enlightenment. Okay, because they didn't attain enlightenment. Defilements arise because normally we would say again here, haven't attained. Haven't attained. enlightenment. You don't need the enlightenment. It's not a specific enlightenment, it's just enlightenment. Sorry, I misspelled enlightenment. Enlightenment?
Despite and also same meaning.
Huh?
Although and despite the meaning same similar.
Both show like a contrast, but they are used in a different way.
But the meaning same.
The contrast is the same. Yeah, it's kind of like the same meaning. Okay, I understand what you mean. Mm-hmm. In spite of all efforts, he failed. Good. Kakitasila. In spite of all efforts, he failed. Yeah, you can put in spite of in the beginning. He failed in spite of all efforts. Good. Thumbs up. Although I cannot sew properly, I try the best. Okay. Although is correct, but here let's improve. Although should be capitalized. Although I cannot sew properly, I try the best I can. What is this? You see, the best I can. Do you see? What am I using over here? What is this, I can? It's a relative clause, you see? The best that I can, you see?
The best I can, the best that I can.
Yes, it's a relative clause, you see? The best I can, or you could say, I try my best.
My best. Okay, my best.
Yeah.
Best is no need the if we put my.
My best. I try my best. Yeah, you don't need the.
Even superlative.
Yeah, even though it's a superlative, right? Yeah, good point. The best I can or my best. I try my best. Maybe best is like a noun in this case, right? Maybe best is like a noun. Oh, you see, it can be, the best is a noun, you see? So it's a noun in that case, okay?
At best, for best.
Yes, you see? I think it's a noun. Santavacho, we try to reach our goal in spite of the failure. We try to reach our goal in spite of the failure, yes. So you're talking about some specific failure. I skipped yours? Sorry. Here, Dhammachari. I went to class in spite of the snake. Yes, there was a snake here today, but it's not there anymore. Okay? I went to class in spite of the snake. Yes, good, correct. Thumbs up. Sorry if I forget the thumbs up. Don't be sad, okay? We try to reach our goal in spite of the failure, yes. Monks preached in the past the Dhamma despite the noise, yes. Good. I'll pay you despite, here be careful. If you want to put a subject, Sankicha, you see despite and then subject, you need, what do you need over here? No, not a comma. You need the fact of. Yes. The fact of. For example, I'll pay you despite the fact of, and then you can put the subject, despite the fact of, actually here it doesn't work. I have got a little bit money. despite the fact, sorry, that I have got, okay, a little bit, I'll pay you despite, I'll pay you, okay, I'll pay you despite the fact that I've got little money, okay?
Or sometimes no need. No?
Little
Or
money.
Just need always.
What?
Despite.
Despite, if it's introducing a clause, so a subject is coming, then you need it. You need the fact that. But if it's just a noun, you don't need it. I'll pay, okay. They had a wonderful holiday despite the bad weather. Yeah, good. This is very, very correct. Good. Despite, you have to remember this. In spite of. Sorry, the fact that. You have to remember this, okay? I'll probably ask you this Monday. Despite. Okay, now let's see some of purpose. Purpose. I may not discuss all of them. I'll try to choose the most important ones, I think. But to is very, very common, right? You have to know this. You have to master this. To shows the purpose, the reason why we do something. The new student worked hard. Why? To pass the test. To pass the test. This is an infinitive, right? To pass. It's a verb, infinitive. And this to over here shows the purpose, the reason for something. The reason for what? For working hard, you see? This is very common. Okay. In order to, I think Bhante Magavihari uses this often, right? In order to, or in order not to, you put not over here, you see, in this position, also with an infinitive. I wanted to stay in order to finish the report. That's the purpose, the reason why you are doing something. I wanted to stay in order to finish the report. You could say also, I wanted to stay to finish the report. You can also say that, no problem. Okay? So as to, this is a little more, some of these are a little more formal, only in writing. To we use in speaking very often. We were quiet so as not to wake up the baby. You see, also with an infinitive, you cannot put, for example, a subject or something else over here. You need an infinitive. Wake up is a phrasal verb. Okay? So just think of it as a verb. Okay? We were quiet so as not to wake up the baby. You see where not goes, you see? So that, this also very common. We left early so that we could park the car. Here you can put a subject and verb, an entire clause, you see? After that, we left early so that we could park the car. Okay? This is like a conjunction with two words, you see? Also, multiple words here, see? This, I think, is not a conjunction, maybe. Not sure. So that. 4. They went to the pub for a drink. This is a purpose, you see? For a drink. If you had a verb over here, you could say to drink. Then it's a verb. But if you want to say a noun, you use for a drink. And you have to put an article over here, see? For a drink. Okay, choose one or two of these and make me a sentence, please. Quickly, try not to think too much. Should be like 1 minute. I think, for example, very important is to and for. in order to, maybe I think it's also quite common. I'll make myself. I will use so as to, for example. We were quiet not to wake up the baby. Quiet, just the spelling here. We were quiet not to wake up the baby. But this is the same example. We were quiet not to wake up the baby. Okay, not to wake up the baby. So as not to wake up the baby. Also, no?
Want to know, can I say that?
I think so, yes. We were quiet not to wake. Yeah, we say that. Not to wake up the baby. I think this is fine. I left late so that I couldn't get the new house. No. Damachari? This is a purpose. Purpose. I left late so that I...
This my purpose is something that's a new house, but I didn't have, so I couldn't.
Yeah, then that's a result, not a purpose. You see? That's more like here, result. What we saw in the previous lesson, a result. Okay? So that shows why you did something. In this case, why did you leave late? If you did it on purpose, intentionally, why did you do it? So that, you understand? Then, for example, I'll make a sentence with your words, okay? I left late so that I left late on purpose, you know? It has to be on purpose, so that I left late so that I could, I don't know, why would you leave late, right? On purpose? Usually we don't leave late on purpose, right? So I'll say like this, I left early so that I could arrive there on time, okay? This makes sense, okay? I went to the dining hall for breakfast. Not a breakfast, okay? For breakfast. I went to the IIT last night for making merits. Red. I went to IIT last night for making merits. Okay, for making merits. Good. A monk should practice hardly. Usually we say hard.
Okay, hard.
In Dhamma, I know it sounds like should be hardly, right?
Yeah.
Practice hard. In Dhamma, you should practice hard. Not in Dhamma is a little strange. You should practice Dhamma, not
Okay.
in Dhamma.
I take Dhamma.
In order to remove the defilement, which is a domain of evil. Okay, it's a domain of evil. The domain of evil is the defilement, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Later I see the rest. Okay?
Yes.
I'm learning. The teacher tries The teacher tries and teaches to the student. Understand. Where is the to the student? Look, Sankicha. To the student. No. To, when you want to show the purpose of something, you have to say to and a verb, not a noun. Huh? To the student, in another context it would be okay. You give it to the student. You give something to the student. But that's another to. This to that we are using is the purpose of doing something. The purpose. The teacher tries and teaches to the student. Yeah, here to is not correct, okay? The reply. The teacher tries and teaches to the student. No. The teacher tries or tries hard. The teacher tries and teaches. Tries and teaches is a little awkward. We do say that sometimes. The teacher tries to teach for the student to understand. Okay? Or to get the students to understand. Huh? I'm learning yoga so as to make my body strong and healthy. Good. This one was smooth. Smooth. I have done homework in order to finish this week. Huh? No. This one? Not correct, Sankicha. I have done homework.
I am doing homework.
In order to finish this week?
Homework this
You want to finish the week or you want to finish the homework this week?
homework in
Yes, you need the homework there. So, I have done homework in order to finish, I'll just put the and, to finish it this week. You need finish what? Finish it. This verb finish requires an object. Finish what? Finish the homework. If you say finish this week, then it looks like you want to finish the week. No, you want to finish the homework this week, okay? Just a problem with the verb over here. But in order to was correct, okay, Sankicha? You must eat it to the last mouth. No. No. This is a different to. To. From here to there. It's a different to, okay, Rakitasila? This to doesn't show the purpose. It shows the extent, how much you are doing something, okay? Try again. And then here, this sentence would actually be a quite good sentence if it was mouthful. And to has a different meaning, okay? So in this case, it's not correct. But it's the sentence itself, if you put a mouthful, it becomes correct. Learned monks wrote the book for understand here. Remember, when you have for, usually you have an ing verb. For understanding. Difficult Dhamma points easily, yes. For understanding, difficult Dhamma points easily, yes. Here, actually, for, we don't have for with the ing, you see? But it's correct, okay? Santavacha, I see no sentences. The novices monks. Novice monks. Novices, monks?
Novices.
I think you could remove this S. The novice monks memorized Dhamma to get the prizes. Okay, to get is correct. Yes. Memorize Dhamma. Yeah, it's okay. To get the prizes. Okay. This one was okay. Learned monks wrote the book, a specific book, for understanding. Okay, I'll just add this. For understanding.
The novice monk, in this case, the novice can be adjective to the monk, right?
Yes.
In another case, can we put the comma and then that means the novice?
Which one? The novices.
And monks, like they are two.
Something
groups.
else.
Yeah,
Ah, okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
but it's okay.
Yes. But I cannot think of an example, like, but yeah, okay. Novice monks, I think you would not say novices, monks. Sounds a bit strange. I would remove this S, okay? Novice monks. Okay. We have to study before the exam in order to pass the exam. Okay, don't repeat the exam.
Pass it.
To pass it. Yes, it. We have to study before the exam in order to pass. You could stop there. In order to pass.
Stop.
Yeah.
No need it.
In order to pass it, okay. In order to pass.
Pass.
Could be just pass, or in order to pass it. But in order to is here is correct, you see. They eat too much. No. They eat too much so that they become the man. When you say too much, it means something not good. Too much, okay? Is this what you want to say? Too much is like more than you should eat. Too much I think it's not used as a good thing, okay?
So much.
Yeah.
So much.
So much, yeah, it's a lot, but too much is clearly like beyond the limit, beyond. So they eat too much. Now, why they eat so much? So that they become the man?
The fat man. The fat man. I don't know.
Ah.
The fat man.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
The fat man not become the
They eat too much.
yeah.
I would say they eat,
For
A lot. Okay.
yeah, a lot, or they eat so much so that they become, so that they become fat. So that they become fat.
the fat man can only
Not the fat man, not the. It's not a specific man. So that they become fat. Okay, let's continue. This was all purpose, you see, the reason for something. Don't confuse so over here as a conclusion, the result of something, okay? Dhammachari? So by itself shows a conclusion, the result, but so that is the purpose, is the why. Okay. Here, causes of reason. As or since. Since is particularly common. As is not so common. But it shows also a reason for something, and it introduces a whole clause, you see, so you will have a subject and verb. For example, as it was raining so heavily, we stayed. We stayed home. We stayed in the kuti. Okay? As it was raining so heavily, you see, subject, it was raining. Okay? Subject here, it. We stayed. Okay? And you see there is nothing over here, directly the next clause, and there is a comma. You can also say, since it was raining so heavily, this is more common, we stayed. Since is very common. You should master since, for example. Because and because of, we have already discussed. Now, due to. Due to is quite common in writing. We didn't go due to the heavy rain. It's more formal than because. It introduces a noun, okay? Don't put a subject after it. So now I want you to make a sentence with due to and with as or since. As or since. I'll make one with as, for example.
Look like although. Since.
No. Although is something in opposition. Contrast. This shows a reason. Look, it was raining very, very heavily. Okay, although it was raining heavily, we went out. Something opposite. But as or since shows the reason. Because it was raining so heavily, we stayed home. This one, Dhammachari. As I was eating so much, because I was eating so much, you need here like, full is an adjective. You know? So before between the subject and the adjective, you need usually the verb to be or become. As I was eating so much, I became full. Okay? I became full. I became full. Fooled, I think this doesn't exist. Fooled. Okay? As a verb like this. I became full. It's an adjective. The Buddha didn't preach, here, just be careful with here. Didn't already shows the past, right? So then you don't need to put this ed over here. It's not a big mistake, but it's still a mistake. The Buddha didn't preach Dhamma because it was the Pindapata time. Yes, for example, when the Bahya Daruchirya, right, came. Yes, he didn't preach Dhamma because it was the Pindapata time, yes. You can say because it was Pindapata time. You don't need the. Because it was Pindapata time. Instead of because, try to use since. Since. As he has come here, he was very happy. We was. Sankicha. You need a comma. Since, you see. As and since, you will need a comma over here, you see? Okay? So you can edit, you can improve your sentence. As he has come here, because he has come here, we were very happy. Okay, if you fix it, it will be okay. Since we try to do our best, I believe we can succeed. Because we try to do our best. Yes, it's okay. I believe we can succeed due to our efforts. Yes, good. I couldn't go to the party due to some accident. Good, also okay, good. Let me correct one or two. Someone went to the eighth hell due to his bad karma. That is, he went in the past, so the karma was killing his mother, right?
Yes.
Okay. Due to this, yes. Since if, no. Since,
it.
Huh?
It, T.
It.
Yeah.
So then be careful. Don't put the it,
Somehow.
T like this. T, we don't do this.
Okay.
Okay? Then it's an F. Okay?
Okay.
Since it wasn't a good day, we stayed in our home. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, one more. Disciples didn't go listen Dhamma due to the effect of Mara. Okay. Just here. Disciples, just the spelling here. Disciples didn't go to listen. Okay, to listen. Remember the reason for doing something? To listen. We just discussed. Disciples didn't go to listen, and then normally we say to listen Dhamma. Okay, it could be. Normally the Dhamma, okay? The Dhamma, due to the effect of Mara. Okay, due to the effect of Mara. Effect here is a little...
Affection? Yeah.
No. Due to the effect of Mara. Okay. It's okay. I haven't gone to the deep forest due to the tigers, yes. I haven't gone to the deep forest due to the tigers. Okay, good. This is correct, Sankecha. People believe the Buddha due to the faith. Okay. People believe, usually remember preposition lessons, we believe in something. So believe in the Buddha, and Buddha should be capital, okay? Due to faith. Due to faith. Since there is an attached bathroom in the building, I select it. Okay, since there is an attached bathroom in the building, I select it. In the present, I select it. Like now, I select this. Normally, we would use this as a selected.
Has to.
Yes.
ED.
Yeah, I select it. Could be, if you're kind of doing it right now, you can say that. Edit. Edit.
This is be worse, right? Monday.
I selected it.
There was
Since there is an attached bathroom, is okay. I selected it. I do not go to the Supabhas. I do not go to the class today due to no. I am under the weather. Supabhasa is very often he's sick, no?
under the weather.
Under the weather. Due to introduces a noun.
Due to the weather.
No, not the weather. He's under the weather. It's an expression when you're not feeling well, right?
Due to under the weather.
Due to being or due to feeling.
Due to being
Yeah.
under the weather.
I do not go to class today. Normally, which tense you would use over here? I didn't go, or I haven't gone. I haven't gone to class. Today, due
Can be I haven't joined.
due to being or due to feeling under the weather.
They could be joined.
Huh?
I haven't joined.
Haven't joined us? Yes, could be joined. Yes. Okay, let's continue, no? Next. We discussed this and this and now this. Now I'm getting a little cold. Okay. Although, even though, we have discussed. However, in spite of, despite, to, nothing new over here. Let me see if there is, sometimes there is another, no. So this is not a new lesson. Although, even though, however, nevertheless. This is a nice word, right? Quite a long word, right? Nevertheless. Okay, it's like however, no? We played well, period. Nevertheless, comma, we lost. It shows what? What is the relationship it shows? Contrast, yes. I eat better. Nevertheless, I keep gaining weight. Some people, huh? Sorry? Topic? Contrast. Yeah, it's like however, two things in contrast, kind of opposing each other, against each other. Okay, yet. This one is not very common, but in writing, especially more formal, you will see yet. She was tired, yet she continued to work. Can you make a sentence with yet? Subject and verb, you can say also. Comma, yet. You can say comma yet, or you can say and yet. Okay? Comma yet or and yet. Both of them. And then it will follow a whole clause with the subject, you see? Pay attention to the structure, no? She was tired, yet she continued to work. Something in contrast. Contrast. The job was hard, and yet they didn't complain. Okay? Contrast.
Like a but.
Yes? But is also a contrast, right? Yeah. Yet is like but. In spite of or despite, we have already discussed. Okay, while. This is common, while. Whereas is less common, but while is very common. For example, and it introduces a subject and verb, you see? Can be in the beginning or middle. In the beginning, while I love cooking, he prefers to eat out. While I love cooking, what is the meaning here of while?
While means now is happening.
No, that's another while. Be careful. Sometimes we use the word while to talk about something that is happen, a time period, right? Something that happens at the same time as another thing, right? Right? Be careful with while. For example, while about time, we can say, sorry. While about time, for example, while he worked, I slept. Okay? This means at the same time. And here, while showing while showing like some contrast. This is the one we're practicing now. While as contrast, for example, while she likes reading, I prefer listening. You see? It's not at the same time. It doesn't mean at the same time. We must study hard due to coming up the exam. Due to coming up. Due to the coming exam. Due to coming up. No. Coming up is like a verb, no?
Due to becoming of
Due
exam.
to, yeah, something like that. Due to the coming exam. You can use this as an adjective. Okay.
With the new to,
Mm.
after new to, we use noun.
Noun.
We can continue with the verb also more.
After a noun?
Yeah.
Yeah, then the sentence can continue, yes. It is still rainy, yet I have to go there now. Yes, correct. Try to use while. I want to see some sentences with while. This is a little different from the other while. I'll make one with nevertheless. Okay, Rakita persons reborn in heaven due to the good deeds. Okay. Persons is not wrong, but normally we say people. Okay? People, and then you need reborn is like a verb that we use like in the passive. Okay? People are reborn. Okay? They are reborn in the heaven. Normally we would say in heaven. Due to good deeds in general. While I love a dog, she loves a cat. Okay. While I love, it's dogs in general,
Yeah.
right? So then it should be not a dog, just dogs. She loves
Yes.
cats. Okay. I went out while you were studying. Yes. But this is the while about time. I want the while of contrast. Another while, okay? Another while. While you were giving a Dhamma talk, I was meditating. Yes, correct. But try to use the while that shows contrast. While you were giving a, while I want to do this, okay? While I want to do this, she needs to do that. Oh, it's the nature of a woman, yes. Women are like that, right? This is why men are more simple. Usually men are more simple. Then they just do what the woman wants, right? Otherwise they will cause a lot of problem. Yeah.
It can cause a lot of trouble.
Yes. And then of a woman, it's the nature of a woman. Okay, you could say that, but most natural would be it's the nature of women. While I go to bed, huh? Have someone phone me? No. It's not showing a contrast. It's still, you're still thinking of while as the time, at the same time. Okay, Rakitasila? While I go to bed, not really like this. While I want to go to bed, my roommate doesn't. You see? You can stop here, doesn't, and you can stop. This is a type of elision. Doesn't what? Doesn't want to go to bed, you see? This is more advanced. Okay? More advanced. Sunil is a name. How do you say it? Sunil or Sunil? Sunil cleaned the house while his son dirtied the floor. Okay, dirty. Just here, dirty. Okay, two things. This while is still at the same time. But I want the while that shows a contrast. Okay, it could be on this sense. Sunil cleaned the house while his son dirtied the floor. Okay, it could be. Because both meanings could be applied, right? Just here, dirty is an adjective. So here you should say, while his son, you use it as a verb, dirtied. Yes, you see, dirtied. To dirty, you can use dirty as a verb. It's not so common, but it's possible. Usually we say to make something dirty. We don't say to dirty, but it exists. While I'm studying English, no. Studying English, not un-English, okay? No articles before this. The Sangha Kama will come soon. While I'm studying English, Sangha Kama will come soon. I think it shows no contrast. It's not really the I don't see the clear relationship.
I can do not, but I want to try. Like difficult, we also have some.
What is the contrast you see here? I'm studying Dhamma. Maybe you should say something in contrast. He is not studying Dhamma, for example. I'm studying, he is not. Some contrast. Not I'm studying, the Sangha Kama will happen. There is no contrast. Okay? This one I'll cry. While I found you, you were going out of the monastery. This is still also like at the same time, no? Still talking about time. No. While I found you, it should be some contrast like, well, I found what I was looking for, my friend didn't. I found it, he didn't find. You know, some opposition, some contrast. This is, while I found you, you were going out, this is happening at the same time. Okay? I feel like it's not the contrast.
Why I found you, but you not found me.
Okay, something like that. Yes, could be. So this one I'll cry. Oh, no. Sorry. While you woke up, he goes to bed. While you... Why in the past woke?
Already woke.
While you woke up, he goes to bed. Is it happening at the same time?
Already woke up.
While you wake up, he goes to bed. Wake up, he goes to bed. Then it's okay. While you wake up, he goes to bed. If you're not thinking of the time relationship, you're just showing the contrast. It's okay.
But already
Woke.
woke.
I think it should be present tense here.
Present.
Or this in the past. While you're laughing at me, I'm praising you. Okay, while you're laughing at me, I am praising you.
It's contrast.
Okay, right? It is a contrast, right?
But also happen at the same time.
It could also be happening at the same time, yes. Yes.
Because
Here, let's say both meanings could apply. I feel like while is not very clear for you, okay? Most of you are using it as a time, to refer to the time. Refer to time. Let me see. While I'm writing the sentence of the English, Parisudo is laughing at me. This is still time. Still talking about time. While I'm writing the sentence, not of the English. While I'm writing the English sentence, Parisudo is laughing at me. It's correct, but while is here is showing the time. This is showing the time, not contrast. Okay, I'll continue. Purpose. Purpose. We have discussed this already. To, in order to, so as not to, so that, for, in case. Okay, in case, right? In case. Try to make a sentence with in case. Look, it introduces a whole clause, not just a noun, okay? Take an umbrella in case it rains. In case shows what, you see? The purpose. In case it rains. In case, purpose. For example, I will bring my sangati, my double robe, in case it gets cold. It here doesn't refer to the double robe, okay? It refers to just the weather. This is okay. While I'm studying English, you're studying the Dhamma. Yeah. Remove the. Okay? Just English in general. It's not a specific English. While I talk to you, don't say while and. No. These two together doesn't work. And. Rakita sila. While I talk to you, you don't listen to me. You don't listen. You could also stop over here. While I talk, you don't listen to me. No and. Yeah. No and. Still not clear. Rakita sila. Try again. While. Don't think about the time. It should be a contrast. Think about the contrast, not about the time. Most of the sentences you're making are about the time. It's 8:30, no problem. Yeah, it's 8:30. While we're getting married, they are breaking up with each other. While we are getting married, they are breaking up with each other. They are breaking up. Okay, yes. Breaking up with each other. Or just breaking up. Para estudar here, I will take my computer in case I need to write my report. Yeah. I should start to prepare my information about the coming exam now, in case I pass it easily. No. No. I should prepare. I should study in case it's difficult. For example, it's like to avoid a problem. In case. Yes. Shows like a purpose, but here is the problem, you see. In case it rains. It's not like take an umbrella in case to protect me from rain. Not like that. It's in case, and then you introduce a problem. You introduce like a problem, you see. In case something happens, usually something bad. In case introduces a problem. So here I would say like this. I should start to prepare my, I should start preparing. Okay? Start to begin, start doing. Remember? I think we discussed this. Infinitive or ing. This type of verb start goes with the ing normally. I should start preparing my information about the coming exam. Okay, now. In case, now some problem. In case the exam, or you could say, in case in case there is no time later, for example. I should do it now in case there is no time later. Okay? Subject verb, okay? In case there is no time later, or in case the test is difficult, for example.
My grandma.
My grammar? Okay, Santavach? Sankicha, the tigers are dangerous while the dog is very kind. Ah, this is okay. This is okay. This was contrast. Contrast, okay. The tigers are dangerous while, here you should say, while, should be like this, in general, tigers in general. So tigers are dangerous, not the tigers. Tigers are dangerous, while dogs in general are very kind. Not kindly. Kindly is an adverb. They are very kind. You need an adjective. Adjective. Very happy. Not very happily. Very happy.
Is very
Oh.
and
Happy adverb. Is adverb adjective. Happy.
Happy is an adjective.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adverb.
Okay, I'll bring my umbrella in case it. Where is the verb of this clause over here? Dhamachari? Verb.
It is cold.
While it is. In case it is cold. Okay. Then you don't know the weather happening right now. Yes. But if you know the weather, then it would be in case it gets cold. In case it becomes cold. Could also be like that. In case it is cold, then the weather is cold right now, but you don't know the weather. Okay. I think this sentence, what do you think? While we are studying English, they are arranging for performing the Vinyakama. It's also the time, right? It's not a contrast. Not contrast. I'll bring my umbrella in case it is cold. Yes. Eastern people are seeing the sunrise, okay, are seeing the sunrise, while Western people are seeing the sunset. This is also kind of like at the same time. You're still thinking about the time. Still about time. Don't think of time. It's contrast.
Yeah, they see.
For example, should be about time. For example, Asians have fair skin, okay? While Africans have dark skin, or I could say have it dark. Not to repeat, skin. This is not at the same time. This is a contrast, you see? Okay? We should read a lot, Eastern people. Okay. We should read a lot for exam in case it is difficult. Yes. Okay. But don't forget the verb. In case it is difficult. Sankicha. Wait, Rakitasila first. I lived in the past in Kuti while I was a student. Still the time. You're still talking about time. Still talking about time.
This is like a compare, meaning.
No, not compare.
Like the American also.
Still not clear. For example, I'll make a sentence following Rakitasila's idea. I live in a kuti. Think of contrast. I live in a huge kuti, while my friend lives in a small one. This is a contrast. Sorry? While I like this phone, you will get? No, it should be a contrast in the sense of usually you see the verb is the same. For example, I will get a new phone, but he will not get a new phone, you know? So while I'll get a new phone, he won't. Or, well, I like the red color, he likes the blue color, for example. You see, the verb tends to be the same. I hate you in case you make me angry. No, what is this? What is this? I'll cry. Huh? Why, what is this? What is your... I don't even understand what you're trying to say. No, 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 no. Completely wrong.
Perfect grammar. The perfect meaning.
Yeah, the grammar was okay, right?
Perfect grammar.
The grammar was actually okay, right?
Cannot act
We should go early in case there is traffic jam. Okay, this was okay.
Wow.
Okay, in case was okay. While, many of you still don't know how to use while. Now, reason. Because, we already know. As and since, because of. Due to. Owing to. It's like due to. Owing to. And then you need a noun. Owing to a lack of something, for example. Owing to some noun. On account of. Also, I couldn't enjoy the meal because. It just means because, you see. On account of, you could change, you could exchange it for because of. On account of their constant arguing. Arguing. On account of their constant arguing. On account of.
It could be due to also.
Due to, yes. Owing to. They could all be. Because of. Results. Message. This is Sankicha's sound for message, no? We should go early in case there's a... I'm looking at my phone while Parisudo is looking at the board. It shows a contrast, but it's still happening at the same time. I think you're thinking about the time.
No, I think it's a little bit.
This one, both time and contrast. Not only contrast. I want only contrast to make it clear that you're not thinking about time. I like reading while he likes writing. Yeah, this is simple and right. See? But here it should be conjugated. Likes. He likes. This one was okay, just the conjugation. While here is clearly a contrast. Sorry? You sent another one? Oh yeah, he edited. Okay.
But they like.
Huh?
We can.
Seems like different, right? Maybe.
It's a contrast. Two opposing things. Not just different. Sometimes it's not just different, it's more like opposing.
Like why in this case?
When you just have two things and you want to say them together, you use and. While I'm sitting, you're standing. Both contrast and time. It's okay, but it's still not clearly contrast. It's not clearly being used as contrast.
What difference between why and but in this case, or we can use it the same meaning?
Sorry?
Why it could be like but right here.
No,
this
no.
case,
While I'm sitting, no. You can say I'm sitting,
yeah,
but you are standing.
standing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. But.
Yeah, but also something contrast. Right?
Yes. Also
Yeah.
contrast.
It's
Also contrast. It's just used in a different way.
Yeah, difference. Why you can put in front, but
Yeah.
but you could not put in front. But standing, you are.
Some people begin sentences with but nowadays, but it's not very standard. We try to avoid it. If you need to start a sentence, use however.
However.
Okay?
Yes.
So we have discussed so. For this reason, okay, if you don't need to say because of many times. You can say for this reason. Rent is very expensive in Boston. And then you can begin the sentence. You see, for this reason, we decided to move to Ohio. 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 Okay? So this shows a result of something, you see? For this reason, you see? Rent is very expensive in Boston. We could say, for example, so we decided to move to Ohio. Any other option do you see that you could put over here? Where rent is very expensive in Boston, we decided to move to Ohio. You can use so. Because of that, we decided to move to Ohio, yes. Because of that. You could also use therefore. You know this?
Yes.
Therefore. Huh? Therefore. Sorry? Due to? Due to, then you would have to change the order of things. Due to the rent being very expensive in Boston, we decided to move to Ohio. You would have to change the whole sentence. Okay, for this reason. As a result, this clearly shows the outcome, right? The result of something. The flight was delayed due to the storm. As a result, many passengers complained. Right?
Yes.
You use it with a comma, you see, and at the beginning of a sentence. You cannot put it only with a comma and then continue the same sentence, okay? Yeah, you have to pay attention to the punctuation. Consequently, or therefore, this is what I just told you. Therefore, okay, this is common. You have to master this. Try to make a sentence with therefore, for example. This is very common. Therefore. So is okay, right? Do you know so? So is easy, no? Try to make a sentence with so. Let me see if you know. I think I can do like this and we can see it better. Look. Ta-dum. Try to use maybe one with so, one with therefore. And this is finished. This lesson is finished. I think this I have already seen. Huh? Purpose, yeah, this I have already seen, I think. Discourse markers, last one. Both time and what? The table? Try to use therefore. Therefore, I'm young. Therefore, I will carry the bags for you. Try to use therefore and so. So. Yes, I have to go to the Vinaya Kamma. Just comma. So we need to stop the class. Yes, we need to stop the class. Yeah, we have to go to the Vinaya Kamma, so we need to. Okay, good. We are weak at English, so we have to study it more. Okay. The Buddha went to the Jetavanarama monastery. Therefore, many people came to listen to Dhamma. They came to listen to Dhamma because he went there? That's the reason? Okay. Then it's correct. You just need a comma, okay? Don't forget the comma. Actually, therefore, now I have closed it. Wait. Okay, just give me a minute. Where is therefore? Yes. You see, therefore you have to begin a sentence, okay? So therefore has some places you can use it, not anywhere. Here, you can begin the sentence with therefore, okay? Not like this in the middle of the sentence. Monastery. Therefore, comma. Many people, not many peoples. Okay? Many people came to listen Dhamma. I'm old age. No, I'm old. Old age is a noun. You are not the age. You understand? I'm an old man is okay. Yes. I'm an old man. Yes. I'm old age? No. I'm old. I'm old. Therefore, I couldn't go to the pub. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see it. The shops were closed, so I didn't get milk. Yes. Correct. This one was great. He needs to try that food, so I tell him where it is. Okay. I tell him how to do that food, how to cook. Okay. How to do a food, like cook, prepare. Do is a little awkward. How to do the food? Yeah, I think.
To do that is
How to do something, sure, but we don't do a food.
No,
You cook, you prepare,
to
you...
do that, only that.
Yeah, then it's okay.
Okay.
I tell him how to cook that food, therefore he wants to know. He wants to know because you tell him? It sounds a bit strange. Ah, it's the opposite. The opposite also. The opposite. He wants to know, therefore I tell him. Okay? I don't have money, therefore can you lend me some? Yes, it's okay. Yeah, it should be a question mark.
Don't fast, okay?
Yes.
Don't make him fast.
I want to healthy, this is not a verb, you see? Sankicha, healthy is not a verb. Healthy is an adjective. I want to be healthy. And if you want your body, then you have to say, I want my body to be healthy. So I exercise.
So I do exercise.
Both.
Both.
So I exercise as a verb or I do exercise as a noun. Okay, now we have to go.